Hey, what's up guys, Stan here. This series that I'm kicking off today is the 52 books that I plan on reading in 2019. So last year I set myself a challenge of 30 books for the whole of 2018. By the end of that year I got 33. So while I'm on that high, I'm going to carry that on into 2019 and I'm hoping I can keep up to one book a week. And what I'd like to do with these videos is keep it nice and short, maybe 3 minutes long, and just discuss one key takeaway that I took away from that particular book. Now with each book there'll be plenty of things that I get out of it, plenty of ideas that I'd like to explore, but I'm just going to go down one and keep these videos nice and easy to watch. Now what I'll do each week is I'll post up the book that I'm reading for the following week, and if you want, follow along, put your comments down in the comments down below about what your key takeaways were, if they're similar to mine, if they're different to mine. It'd be really interesting to know what everyone else takes out of the same book. So without further ado, let's get kicked into the first week. So the first book that I read in 2019 was Legacy by James Kerr. Now I've read this book before about 2 years ago and I thoroughly enjoyed it then and I thoroughly enjoyed it again. However, what I took out of it that time is completely different to what I took out of it this time. After that 2018 transformation, obviously my mind is in a completely different spot than it was 2 years ago. So it was really interesting to see the themes that I really gravitated towards inside this book and the things that I looked at. And for me, the most exciting chapter was chapter 11 around sacrifice. So there's a few lines in this chapter that I really liked. One of them was from Brad Thorne, a motto that he lived by, which was champions do extra. Now he lived by this motto and he became one of the most decorated rugby league players to have ever put on a jersey. He's won all the awards you can think of, and through this they talked about being the first one in the gym, the last one out, doing an extra rep, an extra set, an extra 10 minutes, an extra kg. Whatever it is that you had to do extra. And I really like that because it's being the hardest worker in the room, you know, that's what The Rock says. It's what Will Smith, it's all those guys, it's what they talk about. Being the hardest working mother in the whole room and always be that person. And it's just so true. The harder you work, the more grit that you have, the more successful you're going to be. It's just hands down, that's the way it is. The next saying that I really liked was, there's no crowds on the extra mile. On the extra mile, it's just us. Just us and the challenge that we set ourselves. For me, that line makes me think of so much of last year. Now, I wasn't technically on my own, I had Claire with me for so much of it, but realistically the only way to fight the demons inside of me and to stop my voices inside my head telling me to just quit and give up or lay in bed or do whatever, that was me who had to do that. I had to be the one with no one watching, just get up. And you really are on your own at that point. You can't count on anyone else. If you need to do something, if you want to achieve something, you need to do it for yourself. No one else can help you. You just got to get the work done. Don't expect an applause. You don't do it for no one else, you do it for yourself. The last one that I really liked, and I probably liked it the most, was how they talked about the sacrifices we make every day. Whether or not we are on Facebook, at work, with family, with friends, drinking, working out, playing PlayStation, whatever it is you decide to do, whatever that is, you are sacrificing your life to do it. Every minute you spend doing something, you've sacrificed a part of your life for that thing. So you better know damn sure that that was worth it, because there's only so much of that life that you have. Now I'm not saying you have to fill every minute with something productive, because nobody can do that. But you need to make the productive minutes count. You need to make sure that you're spending as much of your time on things that improve your life, make you happy, and lead you down a path of fulfillment. Now that's going to be different for everyone. Everyone's going to have their own version of this. But for me, what I've been trying to do is get as productive as possible and spend my time doubling up on things like reading. So I'm trying to read my books as I go to the gym, trying to knock off 2 things at once. And it's been so successful, and that's my plan for this year, to read 52 books. But I have 4 things that I want to concentrate on this year and just give that little bit extra for everything. And those things are gym and my health, fitness and well-being, my leadership skills, and Claire and our relationship. I got 4 questions I'm going to ask myself every day. What have you done to improve your health? What have you done to make another dollar? What have you done to become a better leader than yesterday? And what have you done to show Claire that you love her? That's my key takeaway. That's what I got out of the book this time. I'd love to hear what you took out of the book. Put it down in the comments if you've read it. I'd love to have a discussion about it. Alright, so next week's book is going to be Born to Run by Christopher McDougall. I'm a bit worried about reading this book because I heard that if you read this book, you'll want to run a marathon. And I'm not really keen on running a marathon right now, but I'm going to give it a go because I heard it's pretty inspirational. So if you'd like to follow along, that'd be great. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, put your comments in below about what your takeaways were, and subscribe to the channel, and let's go on this journey through 52 books together. It'd be really awesome to see some of you come along. Cheers, thanks for watching.